Okay, this is my 2019 Polaris Ranger XP1000 crew, and I got a windshield. I got doors custom made, and I'll go into that in a different video. But I got the tinted roof from Super ATV. This video is going to be about the installation. Those are the two roof panels, and this is all the stuff that came with it. The seal, bag of nuts, more seals, all these pieces, and then these three individual pieces there, and then these three pieces right there. So there's a ton of pieces to it, and I really didn't expect it to be so many pieces, but I'm going to assemble it, and this video is going to be broken up into little short pieces of what I'm doing for each part. Comes with directions. They're pretty long, lengthy, so it'll be little bits and pieces of me assembling this, and you'll see the final product. But if you're gonna buy something like this and you want to see what it takes, I'll try to time it, see how long it takes me start to finish, and then you could see what it takes. But those are the two roof panels. They are Pulsan polycarbonate, so it's like probably plexiglass. The front windshield is Lexan. It's a hard scratch resistant. I don't know if this is scratch resistant or not. I'm sure it's cheaper. That's why you could get such a big two big pieces for not much more than the windshield. So I'm gonna figure out what the first step is, and I'll show you what it is. I'm getting ready to install these little front vent cover things right on the top front. You got to drill holes. In one hole is there, the other hole you'll have to make, and then on this one there's going to be 3 holes. You use the longer bolts. There's a shorter bolt and a longer bolt. You use the longer ones for this, because if I can turn the page, shorter ones get used on the back panel and on this middle clamp. So that's where we start. 5 bolts, drill probably 2, 4, 5, yeah, 7 bolts, 5 holes that we got to drill. Okay, these are the first couple pieces that I was putting on. It's the first step in the directions for the roof to put these little panels on here. That you can see the gasket material underneath. I'll show you which one it is. That one's on, that one's on. You got to drill that hole there, and then both of those holes, and this piece here. I'll show you. They sent, you see how it's bent that way. I have 2 of the same ones that fit there. If you take it over here, it doesn't fit right. It's convex instead of concave, I guess. So if you look at the instructions, I have 2 H's and not an F. So it's just not bent the right way to be an F. F would need to be bent the opposite way. So anyways, this is the gasket material. The longer bolts are the ones that you use with these little caps. And then, I don't know if I just didn't read it yet or what, but they send this little H bar here, and that goes right there to fill the middle hole. So not a big, not a really hard thing to do to drill the holes, but it's a brand new machine, and I'm drilling holes and putting metal shavings all over it. It's kind of a little bit annoying, but you know, it is what it is. It's probably going to be a pretty nice roof, but it's going to take a while to put on. I'm probably 15 minutes into it now, just doing that, putting the gasket and everything on. That takes a while. You got to cut it out. So and then I'm going to have to contact them about this. Now, I had a 2016 Polaris Ranger with, I ordered my winch mount for them, or winch mount and winch from them, and the winch mount did not fit my Ranger, and they had great customer service, so I'm not worried in the slightest bit about that. I'm sure they'll send me a new one. You know, it is inconvenient, yes, but I went back to Super ATV for this stuff because I know they have good customer service, and they took care of me on the winch mount for my 16 Ranger. So if you watch those videos, you'll see I talk about it then too. They, you know, they ended up sending me another mount, and it still didn't fit. So they're like, you know what, if you can modify it, go ahead and keep it. They reimbursed me. They took it down off their website to re-engineer it. And I was able to cut out some of the metal and make it fit. So I got a free winch mount out of it. And then they redesigned it. So if you get a winch mount from them, I'm sure it probably fits now. But, you know, this was probably just a mistake, whoever packed the box. They put in 2 lefts. I mean, it's not a hard mistake to make. You got to have them bent the opposite way. So no big deal there. The next part of this is going to be to put this panel on right here. So that mounts to the back facing that way. That's the next step. I'm going to put that on, and I'll show you what that looks like. And I'll just give you an update every step of the way, and I'll let you know about how long it took. I had to put this on, and I thought I had the right hardware, but I did not. It turns out there are 2 very small that are a 3 metric Allen and a 8mm. So there's 8, 10, 12, 3, 4, 5 in hardware sizes, and a 7/32 drill bit. That's what I've used to this point. So for that panel, I didn't look at the directions enough, but yeah, the really small hardware goes on the outside, and the very large hardware goes on the inside. Now I'm gonna put it together. Okay, now we're gonna assemble these deals that hold, just give it a little bit of, it's just a 20, the shorter screw of them all. These are long ones, those are the short ones, 2 shorter ones, 2 lock washers, like that. And you put that on there, and then on the bottom side it's got these. I have one already installed. It's not tight because we're probably gonna have to adjust it, but they face the back, and there's one basically in front of each back passenger seat here. So I'm gonna put this other one on, I'm gonna leave them loose, and when we get a final spot to put it on, that's what I'll do. So I have the 2 parts of the roof. I peeled the top plastic off of the roof on both panels. This goes down, you'll see it at the end, but this aims down. Everything seems to line up good. I left the bottom on this one and this one, and I'm just going to peel it back just so I can get the screws in. Now, the next step of this process is to install this strip to bolt the 2 pieces of plexiglass together. You're supposed to put this flat seal on here. There it is right there. Shows right there. Put the flat seal. And then this flat seal here will go down against the actual, against the roof. So you use these smaller, those with the little rubber washer and one of those, a lock washer, and a acorn nut. So that's what's up next. These are size 4mm, and I'm guessing these are 10. I'm not positive. Let me see. This is a 10. Nope. So yeah, 10. That's an 8. So 10mm and 4mm Allen. I'm gonna zip this together. So we got the metal strip on there. It is the it's got the padded side down on that, and then we started putting, well, they started putting this seal. This goes towards the side-by-side. It's gonna sit in the lock and ride cab, and it goes one continuous U from the back all the way around to the front. I cut it because I didn't read the directions proper, and they're not clear that it goes across the front, but it goes the whole way around as in a U. So the next would be put this on side by side, and there's no easy way to do this other than that soft face hammer. Okay, so we got this sitting on here. The front lip has to sit up on the very front of the cab, and the back here has to line up with the mounting holes that are already here, so you could see that. And then in a little bit you'll see those two. So we're gonna put the bolts across the back and then start putting the clamps on the side, and the last thing we'll do is the front right there to clamp the front down. This top on and this piece in the front, it showed it in the front in the directions. It didn't say to put it up there. It was not super clear. It does not go there. We're gonna put that foam, a little strip right up there, and then that piece across it. So I'm gonna cut this off, and it just goes down the sides, and then we'll be able to put that on, and it should be pretty much done. Other than the middle of the roof still needs those supports on it. Everything's loose. We're just getting it kind of tightened, or loosely fit, and then we'll tighten everything down.
Beginning of that.
So on the front here,
you can't let it go past the curve.
This, as you could see, we had this this piece of seal going up past the turn a little bit, and it didn't sit flat. It was not, just wouldn't sit flat where we could get this on there right. So we had to trim the seal back just a hair, and now it sits on there way better than it was. And it's not tightened down yet, so it'll look even better once it's done. But the seal definitely does not go in the front. We put this little gasket seal as part of it, as you can see there, and it's gonna sit on there real nice now. It's Bob and Jimmy, they helped me with this. I couldn't have done it without them. That's the front. You can see that this one panel is not right. Doesn't match the other two, but I'm gonna get with Super ATV, and they are going to send it to me. Honestly, if you think you're gonna put this together by yourself, you're mistaken. It's far too much to do. I mean, you could do it, but it's going to take you a long time, even with help. Well, how long have we been working on this?
A few hours.
It's been. I spent probably an hour and a half working on it myself. Then they showed up, and we've been here at least an hour and a half, and it is. It's done now, so it looks pretty nice. I like it. Everything's tight. The front, you know, looks a lot better now that we trimmed that, like I said on the video. Before when we had this actual seal there, it was so far that we couldn't even get a bolt to start in the front. So it definitely shouldn't go there. And this is what it looks like now. Pretty decent. So I hope this video helps you. If it does, please subscribe to the channel, like the video. That helps me out. It's free, and I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.